Hello everyone, welcome to my update US gossip channel. Willow and Nina are both in custody. Brooke Lynn was putting away Tracy's tea set and anything else she didn't want Ronnie to use when Chase entered the Q kitchen. Chase informed Brooke Lynn that Anna had granted him the day off because he was wondering why Chase wasn't at work. Chase acknowledged, apparently, I can't be objective about one of the suspects. Brooke Lynn understood why Anna didn't want Chase on the case and that Chase was talking about Willow. By suggesting that he might have ordered the judge killed, Chase was concerned that he had given Willow cause to shoot Drew. Chase started talking about the end of his relationship with Willow. Willow, not Chase, found happiness once more. I keep wondering, how did I get so lucky, and how did things go so wrong for Willow? Chase inquired. Willow reassured Drew in Drew's hospital room that she was aware of her actions when she agreed to Michael's conditions for seeing her children. This is what I have to do until the police arrest Michael for shooting you, Willow stated. Drew then dropped the bomb that he was going home. Willow was asked to move back in with him. Willow insisted that she wasn't going to rock the boat with Michael. He is only attempting to control you in order to keep us apart. This has always been the focus of this, Drew insisted. Because seeing her children was more important than living with Drew, Willow refused to budge. Of course, Drew insisted this was all a ploy by Michael. If he didn't allow her to see the kids if she was living with Drew, that would only make her custody case stronger. Willow refused to gamble with the chance to see her kids. She didn't have to worry because Drew insisted that Michael would be arrested right away. All I'm asking is for you to believe in me, believe in us. I just know that we can live happily ever after as planned. We could be a family, Drew gushed. Drew was able to snow Willow in some way, and she agreed to move back in with him. Before Drew got home, Kai and Trina entered Drew's house so they could cover their tracks. They made every effort to recall every aspect of the night Drew was shot. Every action and sound they heard was reviewed. They also remembered hearing Scout's ringtone, Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. Kai marveled, Scout may have saved her father's life. The baseball bat with Kai's fingerprints all over it continued to worry both of them. They were afraid it would lead them to the safe's contents. And that could put a target on my parents, Trina said. They just hoped that the cops would realize that Kai worked for Drew and was an athlete, meaning it wouldn't have been unusual for him to handle Drew's bat. Trina, from now on, we forget that this ever happened, Kai insisted. Portia was surprised when she arrived at Curtis' office and he told her that he wanted to hold off on the divorce. Curtis explained to Portia that Drew might be getting ready to accuse one of them of shooting him because she was confused. Portia claimed she didn't shoot Drew, but she did have a chance to kill him in the war, but thought better of it. Curtis asserted that Drew was not shot either. I'm not throwing my life away over Drew. Not now, not then, he stated. Portia wondered what else Curtis' source had to say about the Drew shooting suspects. Curtis answered, if Drew can't get Michael arrested, he will exert pressure on the PCPD to come after us. That's when Portia gave Curtis some news. She told him everything about how the PCPD found the smoking gun when they searched Elizabeth's house. Curtis realized that Willow was a suspect. Soon, Trina arrived to learn that her parents planned to divorce. Drew got home to find Kai at his funeral while Trina got bad news about her parents. Kai did his best to put on a good act. In Anna's office, Dante and Anna discussed the warrants they had asked for. They planned to conduct their searches seamlessly so that no suspects could warn the others. Nathan showed up just at that moment, and he and Dante had a warm reunion. Nathan thanked Anna for breaking the news of his resurrection to his family. Nathan began discussing James. He's amazing. He is funny, smart, and constantly surprising. He is so similar to Maxie to me. Nathan asked Anna for his job back after Dante left. I understand the law. Nathan stated, I know how police work, and I would do anything to be a detective again. Sadly, Anna was unable to bring that about right away. She reassured him that numerous individuals were behind James. He had to work on his recovery, Anna insisted. Nathan insisted that he was recovered, but Anna was realistic. This is a circumstance that is very unusual. I think you need to face the possibility that you may never be cleared to rejoin the force, she said. He'd missed a lot over the 7 years he'd been gone, Anna said. What we really need to know is what you have been doing all that time and who you've been associating with. Anna asserted, you don't look like a man who has been asleep for 7 years. Both Anna and Nathan gave each other a suspicious look as they hugged. Michael met with Sonny in the Miller and Davis office. Sonny warned his son that he was going to need a lawyer. Sonny stated, in situations like this, you must have your defense in place, but you must hope for the best and prepare for the worst. Michael was asked outright by Sonny if he had shot Drew. Michael denied any allegation. Michael went to the Port Charles Grill for a few drinks because he was admittedly furious to learn that Willow had reunited with Drew. There, he met Jacinda. Sonny felt that Jacinda was a flimsy alibi. Sonny didn't buy Michael's assurance, I'm telling you, Dad, I'm not going to be the one who gets charged. Do you know something about me that I don't? Sonny asked. Michael just said he trusted Anna and Dante to follow the evidence to the right suspect. Michael went on to discuss his marriage and how it had come to an end a long time ago. Now, he was so fearful of allowing Willow around his kids, they had to have supervised visits. He vowed to do anything he could to keep Willow from gaining custody. After Michael left, Dante popped in, so Sonny asked a pointed question. Are the police going to arrest Michael? He was puzzled. Dante reminded Sonny that Michael was a grown man whom Sonny couldn't shield forever. All Dante could tell Sonny was that there were several search warrants, but none of them were for Michael. Before departing, Dante stated, but I don't think you're going to like who we are bringing in. Carly, who worked behind Bobby's counter, was greeted by Nina. Carly was informed by Nina that Michael had granted Willow access to the children. Carly just wanted to get mad and say that Nina was wrong. As they always do, the two women fought, each defending their own adult children. Nina made it a point to poke fun at Drew and Michael's shooting. Nina stated, from what I read in the newspaper, Michael won't be free for long. Carly pointed out that there was a mile-long list of people who wanted Drew dead, and Nina's name would be on it. When Nina realized Drew had chosen her daughter over her, Carly wondered how humiliated she must have felt. Nina said she didn't care, since she was only using Drew anyway. Nina also said that because Jacinda would do anything for money, she probably was Michael's fake alibi. Carly and Nina went back and forth as always, but it didn't accomplish anything. You pushed this custody fight to its extreme, and there was Drew, just waiting in the wings. He couldn't wait to keep fighting, to play the hero. Maybe Michael didn't try to end things by putting a bullet in Drew's back. Maybe it was you, Nina accused. Carly then accused Nina of doing the same as they went around in circles one more time. Carly claimed she never killed anyone. Nina said, I think my daughter Nellie might have something to say about that. Carly responded, Nellie was a baby-stealing psycho, just like her mother and her psycho sister, who's too unfit to raise children. Carly was responding to Nina's statement. After that, Nathan came in and put an end to their argument. While Nina and Nathan sat down for a BLT, Sonny rushed in and told Carly to get her stuff. Sonny was convinced that Carly would be arrested, so his plane was waiting. They also saw the cops right outside the door. Chase entered and detained Nina rather than Carly, shocking Sonny and Carly. Concerned about the wrong ex-wife, Sonny was worried. Conspiracy to commit murder was the charge. Back at the hospital, while Willow played with her kids under a therapist's and Michael's supervision, Anna walked in and arrested Willow. The harrowing conclusion to Wiley and Amelia's visit is Nina and Willow's double arrest. Willow Tate and Wiley Corinthos' visit ended in horror, while Nina Reeves and Willow Tate experienced a double arrest. Drew Kane argued with Willow about Michael Corinthos' offer of supervised visitation at the hospital and persuaded her to move in with him to show that she could not be controlled. At the Quartermaine mansion, Harrison Chase worried that he might have made things worse for Willow, but Brooklyn Quartermaine reminded him that Willow wasn't his responsibility and that her own bad choices were the problem. After Chase got some updates over the phone, he agreed to go make an arrest. Curtis Ashford suggested to Portia Robinson at Aurora that they should still delay getting a divorce because they wouldn't have to testify against one another. Portia was aware that Curtis might be more concerned with protecting himself than she was at this point, but Curtis denied firing on Drew. Since the cops found proof against Willow at Elizabeth Baldwin's place, Portia hoped that meant good news for her as well as Curtis. With Drew's homecoming imminent, Kai Taylor and Trina Robinson returned to his house, where they went over all the details of what happened that night and discussed how to keep hiding their trail. Even though Kai was aware that welcoming Drew back to his home must be difficult following the shooting, he was later there. Now that Willow had agreed to move back in, Drew was determined to build a happy home there once more. Meanwhile, Trina met up with Curtis and Portia, so they filled her in on their decision to get a divorce. At the PCPD, Nathan West showed up in Anna Devane's office, where he greeted her along with Dante Falconeri. In a moment alone with Anna, Nathan sought her help getting his badge back, but she warned about the challenges and feared he might never be cleared to rejoin the force. Nathan didn't look like a man who had been asleep for so long, so Anna was curious about his absence. Nathan gave Anna a threatening hug as she expressed her hope for more information. Nina and Carly Spencer exchanged barbs at Bobby's as they talked about the supervised visitation situation and the possibility that Michael might end up in jail. Nathan intervened just as Nina took advantage of this opportunity to criticize Carly Spencer. As a result, the argument escalated. Sonny Corinthos then met with Michael and emphasized the significance of hiring a competent attorney. When Sonny pushed Michael to level with him about whether he actually shot Drew, Michael continued to deny it. Sonny still had concerns about Michael's flimsy alibi, but Michael was convinced the proof would lead to someone else. After Michael left, Sonny spoke to Dante and wondered if Michael would be arrested. Dante confessed that there were multiple warrants out and none of them were for Michael. That said, Dante admitted Sonny might not approve of who they were about to take into police custody. Sonny clearly assumed Carly might be arrested, so he quickly headed to Bobby's and let her know the jet was ready to go. Chase entered with another officer and informed Nina that she was wanted for murder conspiracy while she was dining with Nathan. Dante and Anna barged in during Willow's supervised visit with Wiley and Amelia. Michael gathered the children sitting next to him as the therapist seemed concerned about the situation. As Dante cuffed Willow, Anna made the announcement that she was wanted for the attempted murder of Congressman Drew Cain.